We have two primary tunings that we use, which are drop G and drop A, and we use Diodario strings. And with the drop A tuning, we use 62 to 10 gauge, and with the drop G, we use 68 to 11. And I definitely find that the signature models really help complement those tunings, and the fact that we are using the DiMarzio pickups, which help bring forth a lot of clarity in those lower tunings. With active pickups, it can get really compressed and mushy sometimes when you tune that low. So with the passive DiMarzios, I definitely feel like that really helps the lower tunings come through the mix.
Another question, the thing about the ESP, the reason that the ESP appealed to me so much because Hatfield, played ESP, and he was a big influence to me when I was a kid. I mean, I think that's the main reason I picked up a guitar when I was, in 5th grade. My brother was listening to Metallica, and Hatfield was the reason I wanted to play. So,
when you're a kid, you just listen to music. There's no prejudice or anything. You just pick up little things from here and there that you like. So, I can't really name a specific guitar player that I listen to.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I was definitely a fan of Hatfield when I was way younger, and he's an ESP artist, which is really cool to be on a roster with a name like that guy. And, as I was older and in high school, I really got into Deftones, and Stephen Carpenter has been an ESP artist for many years, and I love his signature models. That was what we used before we got our own signature models, because those were really the only 7 strings that ESP had when we joined. I mean, they had a couple, but the Carpenters were really quality instruments. So when we first joined ESP in 2008, that was the first guitars that we received from them, were the SC 607s.
Honestly, how we all met was from the music scene in Knoxville. The local metal scene used to be huge there, and that's, Alex and I played in bands together beforehand, and Ben Savage and Phil Bozeman used to play in bands together as well, and then we all met through that, and that's kind of how the band got together. But the music scene back then was pretty crazy. Now it's not really, metal scene's not really there anymore, it seems like.
Yeah.
Kind of gone, but it's...
There's a couple bands, but struggle is real.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as big as an area like Nashville. It's something, a city that's really big for, country music and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of Australian bands that are really awesome, more so in the metal realm. You have Diar's Murder, Psychroptic, Parkway Drive.
These Nuts.
Yeah, These Nuts on the more hardcore side. These younger guys that we're out with right now, called A Virgin's Crown, they're really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Even on the lighter side, bands like Carnival and stuff.
Yeah, Carnival, Tame Impala. Just heard this band the other day called the Dirty Three. They're pretty sick.
Yeah, having 3 guitar players, I definitely don't feel like there's any competition between us. I mean, we're all pretty much brothers. We've been in this band and doing it for so long, and we all get along really well, and we know how to work with each other. So it's definitely just, more people having riffs and ideas to contribute to the music.
It's the saying, 2 heads is better than 1. It's just the same thing.
3's better than 2.
3's better than 2, yeah. So.
I think it's definitely brought forth a maturity that we didn't have before. Even in a live scenario, when we were younger, we would just kind of get on stage and throw our gear on there and play, and there wasn't really any kind of production value to our show. But with this new album, the maturity of our sound has increased, so I definitely feel like the maturity of the stage show has increased too. We just look like we're a band that knows what we're doing up there now.